Good morning. Today we'll discuss the weather outlook for Burning Man from August 22nd through September 5th. Over the last 7 days, and this is as of August 19th, so prior to the arrival of any Hurricane Hilary moisture, we've seen fairly dry conditions in the Black Rock Desert in northwest Nevada, really for the last 1 to 2 weeks. However, looking at the satellite loop, this is from the morning of Saturday, August 19th. You can see Hurricane Hilary spinning off the southern Baja Peninsula. This will continue pushing northward with a direct track over Southern California and into Nevada. Plenty of tropical moisture out ahead of this hurricane is already moving into southern Nevada, and this will overspread much of Nevada, including the Black Rock Desert, heading through this weekend into Monday, August 21st. So prior to the arrival and the start date of Burning Man, we will see very wet conditions move across the Black Rock Desert. So here's a look at the track of Hurricane Hilary. You can see where it's spinning currently off the southern Baja Peninsula. It will continue pushing north and become a tropical storm as it moves inland, and then still remain a tropical storm as it moves over Southern California. So a really strong hurricane, really deep moisture associated with this hurricane that again will be moving across the Black Rock Desert and in the Burning Man area. Looking at the 3-day precipitation, this is the forecast that takes us through the weekend and into August 21st, prior to the arrival of Burning Man. You can see the significant amount of moisture in the west. So looking at the Black Rock Desert in northwest Nevada, it does look like the deepest moisture and the highest rainfall amounts, which are over 4 or 5 inches of total rainfall in just a few days, will be located just south of the Black Rock Desert. But still, these areas shaded in blue for northwest Nevada are rainfall amounts of anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches, which is still significant for the desert. We will likely see widespread flash flooding, some really catastrophic conditions over Southern California and Southern Nevada. So for travel purposes, anybody traveling from these areas will be dealing with some significant impacts, not only during the event with the rainfall of Hurricane Hilary through Monday and Tuesday, August 21st and 22nd, but also after, depending on road conditions and the flood impacts that are felt. These could be lingering well past the precipitation. So again, for the event itself, we are looking for those very wet conditions. So we will see some very muddy conditions, deep mud, the potential of vehicles getting stuck, will especially at the beginning of the event, right at the tail end of all the rainfall. So that will be something that will be much different than years past, where we typically see hot, dry, dusty conditions in the Black Rock Desert. We're looking at really very muddy conditions, at least at the onset of Burning Man. So that will be something to pay attention to, not only for the event itself, but also travel concerns coming from the south especially, but also coming from the north as well as California, Utah, really anywhere surrounding Nevada will be impacted in some way with this rainfall, but the heaviest amounts certainly look like anywhere from Southern California up into southern and central Nevada. So looking at the forecast heading into Tuesday, August 22nd. So again, the bulk of the tropical moisture will have moved off to the east and north by the start of the event on the 22nd. So we will see some drier conditions, but likely still some lingering showers are expected for northwest Nevada. Temperatures will be quite cool for late August. We're looking at highs only in the 70s and 80s for northwest Nevada, so definitely a little bit more comfortable conditions temperature-wise. As we go into Wednesday, we're looking at drier conditions, probably some breezy winds with this trough of low pressure off the coast and the moisture well to our east, so we will see decreasing potential for showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures will start to warm up towards mid to late week, more in the 80s, so still fairly temperate for the time of year. As we move into Thursday, we'll see another round of monsoon moisture push up from the south, so this could move into parts of northwest Nevada and the Black Rock Desert from during the Thursday-Friday time period. Looks like the deeper moisture and the wetter showers and thunderstorms may remain off to the east, but again, this is fairly far out, so this moisture could easily track a little bit further west for another period of wet conditions for later next week towards the 24th. Certainly nothing as wet as what we'll see with the hurricane, but after significant moisture and long duration rainfall over a long period of time, any additional moisture could certainly wreak some havoc over in the Black Rock Desert and travel conditions as well. So definitely something to pay attention to is looking for wetter conditions and again the potential for flash flooding and muddy conditions, vehicles getting stuck, those types of things, both traveling and at the event. So moving to Friday, this moisture does start to push off to the east, so we will look for drier conditions heading into the weekend with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, possibly near 90 degrees. And then going into Saturday, August 26th, the first day, the first weekend day, drier conditions. Any storms look like they'd be off to the north and east. And then the wind conditions, not looking for anything overly windy. And the good thing about some of the rainfall, at least, it will knock the dust down, so there wouldn't be as much concern for dust. But again, the muddy conditions could be just as problematic for the event. And then looking for the extended, taking us from Sunday, August 27th through Tuesday, September 5th, so through the duration of the event. Still looking at somewhat drier conditions, temperatures not overly hot for the time of year, probably near or even just below average. And then precipitation also maybe near average, which for the time of year is fairly dry. So again, once we get through the hurricane moisture and still the potential for some monsoon moisture heading into the end of the first week of Burning Man towards the 23rd and 24th of August, it does look like we should experience some drier conditions with hopefully some improving conditions both for the event and for travel leaving the event as well. Again, this is very long term. This can certainly change, so certainly pay attention to the outlooks as the event gets closer and through the duration of the event. Again, usually long-term models are fairly uncertain, so it'll be something to pay attention to. And then here is the 7-day total precipitation. This takes us through Saturday, August 28th. So again, or Saturday, August 26th rather. So again, the first week of the event, and this is mainly due to the amount of hurricane moisture that will be moving up from the south. So again, much of this will occur prior to the start on August 22nd, but still some additional precipitation is possible with more isolated showers and thunderstorms or that next push of monsoon moisture towards the 23rd and 24th. And then looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook, this again takes us from the 26th through September 1st. Again, still looking for maybe some wetter conditions initially before we look for some drier conditions. And that concludes our weather outlook for Burning Man. Again, continue to consult with the National Weather Service or pay attention to news and National Weather Service outlooks as the event becomes closer and through the duration of the event, as again, weather conditions can certainly change, and we are looking for a significant change in what would normally be expected at Burning Man for weather this year.